remember going to Tim's house in Maryland, and at the time he had a little assembly line going in the basement where they're actually making discs, sending them to customers.
We played over all the games, saw one of Cliff's, and he called him up and called RJ Brisky that day also.
The first time I interacted with Tim and Mark, I was expecting to get a phone call from Tim. You know, I was like, Tim's my people, he's a nerdy dude, I can feel this. Mark REIN calling me, essentially telling me how we're gonna remake my game and redo it and everything, and he almost scared away a very young and wet behind the ears 17-year-old Cliff BLESZINSKI.
Yeah, we got people on board and we just started making games.
We've been working with NVIDIA really closely since the very beginning. You know, we'll get together, meet with the engineers, talk about our roadmap, our desires, NVIDIA's roadmap, NVIDIA's desires, and figure out the future of PC gaming together. To me, the thing that really changed the course of game development for the industry was the invention of the GPU. You know, with the first Unreal, I was writing software renders. On a Pentium 90, you had about 6 instructions you could execute per pixel to keep up a frame rate of 60 frames a second while rendering the world. The GPU revolution came along and gave us an equivalent amount of silicon, about 100 times more graphics computing performance, and that put us in an entirely different trajectory and made much of what has happened since possible.
When we originally started working with NVIDIA, there was all this, hey, we're a small little company, can you help us out? Can you provide us with graphics cards? Can you sponsor things so we could do some really great demo or promote a game or things like that?
Well, we at Epic have been building the Unreal Engine since 1995. You know, in the second year of developing it, we were approached by developers who wanted to use it for their own projects. And so building the engine for a combination of our needs and our partners' needs has been a key part of our business all along.
Now, today, we have this subscription service where virtually anybody in the world could afford Unreal now. And the things people are doing with it now just boggle the mind, like stuff that you couldn't have imagined in prior generations. I go back and look like that next generation cover, and oh my God, it looks so blocky and ugly now, but the first time your mind sees something like that, it just takes a leap. And it's the same way with graphics today as we get to more and more powerful cards like, you know, NVIDIA's latest cards. Every time you take that leap, you just never want to go back. It's like watching TV in black and white now.
All of our major tech demos have been collaborations with NVIDIA, where we work with them for many months in advance to build some new high-end graphics features, taking advantage of NVIDIA's latest PC graphics hardware. And then our team of artists here will start working with the technology to figure out new possibilities it enables. You know, the Samaritan demo, Elemental demo, and then the Infiltrator demo were all very close collaborations between Epic and NVIDIA and Unreal Engine 3 and now 4. It's going to be awesome to have one architecture from high end of the market all the way down to mobile. Everybody aspires to build a game with the coolest looking graphics that are possible on the high-end PCs, but then you're also aspiring to build a game that you can sell to 100 million gamers on mainstream smartphones and tablets. NVIDIA's work there with Maxwell is going to jumpstart that revolution in a really, really ubiquitous way.
And we're continuing to work closely with NVIDIA to deliver, you know, the best visuals, the best physics. We want to deliver the most fun for the end users, and the best tools for the developers, and NVIDIA is our partner all along in doing this, and will continue to be for the foreseeable future.